Here is a puzzle that stumped engineers for years. You want to train a model with hundreds of billions of parameters, but the standard trick for using many GPUs, plain data parallelism, forces every single GPU to hold a complete copy of the whole model. And it gets worse because training also stores a gradient and two optimizer values for every parameter, ballooning the memory to several times the model itself. So the moment your model outgrows one GPU, that whole approach falls apart. The answer was to stop copying and start splitting, and it unlocked truly giant models. Let us break it down. So what exactly changed? Here are the two approaches laid side by side. Standard data parallelism gives every GPU a full, identical copy of the model, its gradients, and its optimizer state. That is simple and fast, but it means the memory of your single biggest device sets a hard ceiling. The instant the model plus its training state overflows one card, you are completely stuck. You are also paying to store the very same billions of numbers over and over again on every single device, which is enormously wasteful. Sharding flips the idea on its head. Instead of copying, it partitions everything, so each GPU permanently owns just a slice of the parameters, gradients, and optimizer states. No device ever holds the entire thing, which means pooling many GPUs together lets the total model grow far beyond what any one of them could store. So how does a model actually run when no GPU holds all of it? Watch the loop carefully. Start by splitting the parameters, gradients, and optimizer state into slices, and give each GPU permanent ownership of exactly one slice. Nobody stores the full set, only their assigned fraction of every layer in the network. When the computation reaches a particular layer, the GPUs briefly gather the full parameters for just that layer, each contributing the piece it owns through a quick all-gather. For a moment, that one layer becomes whole everywhere at once. Right after the math for that layer finishes, every GPU throws away the parameter pieces it does not own, freeing the memory again. Only its permanent slice stays behind, ready and waiting for the next round of work. Layer by layer, the model is assembled just in time and then torn down again, so the complete network never lives on any single GPU all at once. That is the whole secret to fitting the unfittable. Boil it down, and three ideas make Sharding work. It splits the parameters, gradients, and optimizer state across many GPUs. Rather than every device carrying a full copy, each one holds only its fraction, so the combined memory of the whole cluster becomes the real limit on model size. It gathers each layer only at the exact moment it is needed. The full weights for a layer are reassembled just before the computation used, and then immediately released so peak memory stays low while the math still sees complete layers. This is the idea behind ZeRO and FSDP. Those frameworks made training models with hundreds of billions of parameters practical, offering staged levels 1, 2, and 3 that trade a little more communication for a great deal more memory savings. You simply pick the stage that fits your memory budget. Alright, let us lock in what matters. Model Sharding splits a model's parameters, gradients, and optimizer state across GPUs, so no single device ever has to hold the entire thing by itself. The reason plain data parallelism fails is that it copies the whole model onto every GPU, and the training state is several times larger than the weights alone. By gathering each layer's full weights only when needed and discarding them right after, Sharding removes the per GPU memory ceiling on how big a model can be. The cluster's combined memory, not any single card, becomes the real limit, while the workflow stays as simple as ordinary data parallelism. It stacks neatly with tensor and pipeline parallelism to train the frontier models of today. If you like seeing heavy machine learning ideas made simple, a whole library of them is waiting at standarity.com. See you over there.